Hey guys, what's up? My name is Danny, and I am a car designer that worked at Fiat Chrysler, Renault Nissan, and Frank Stephenson. Today, I will be introducing you to my newest project. I will be redesigning Han's RX7 from Fast and Furious Tokyo Drift. Now, while I'm designing, I will walk you guys through my thought process and how I start my designs. Yeah, so for this first part, I'll show you guys how I came up with the side view. I don't think the Mazda RX-7 needs an introduction, but just in case you guys don't know what an RX-7 is, I've provided a link to another video that talks more in depth about the history of the RX-7 and the rotary. Some of the RX-7s that I like for this body year, this 1996-1997 year, is made by a brand called Redesign. They're a Japanese brand. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that correctly, so pardon me. But as you can see by all of their cars, the body kits are just amazing. Like all this carbon fiber, all the cutouts, all the aero. I really like this blue one that they did. The way the wheels are covered, it's just really interesting. They took body kit design to a whole new level, and it wasn't just like a body kit just to look good. It was a body kit for function, for racing, for aerodynamics. You guys might also know the RX-7 from Initial D. Yeah, so the RX-7 in Initial D is pretty nice too. And that's kind of what began my love or my introduction into the RX-7. Now, as for this RX-7 specifically, from Fast and Furious, it started out as Dom's RX-7 in the first Fast and Furious, the red one, the one that beat the Eclipse. And then again, it was in Too Fast, Too Furious, and it belonged to a different character in that movie. And then finally, it transformed into the Veilside RX-7, which was Han's RX-7 in Tokyo Drift. Some of the design cues from Veilside that I've read is that it was inspired by the Corvette Stingray from the 1960s and 1970s. You can see, the distinct two-tone colors and the way it's split. Just the Corvettes were also the same way, and this car was also the same way too. But I mean, as far as like design style wise, I don't think it's the same car. I don't think it's like I feel like that story was not real. I don't know. But maybe it's real. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I just read it on the internet somewhere. So I'll just take it for what it is. So first I found a photo of an RX-7 that I like, and I wanted to work on a side view. So I found this image here on Instagram. And now on to Procreate. My settings there are for the pixel width and the pixel height is 5,000 pixels wide and 2,500 pixels high. I always sketch in these proportions because it's a very nice proportion that fits the iPad pretty well. For DPI, I put it at 250 DPI. Okay, now let's put the picture into Procreate, and once I did that, I did my usual thing where I lowered the cabin, I copied the cabin and I put it onto a new layer, and then I squeezed it down a little bit, 10 to 20%, and the wheels, I grew them by a little bit too. You never want to make the wheels too big. I try not to make the wheels too big, because if it's too big, it looks funny. Normally what I would do is I would isolate the body just like I did with the Tesla sketches, and then I'll just drop the whole body. But in this case, the car was already low in this picture, so I just wanted bigger wheels, and so I made them like, I don't know, maybe they're like 18, 19, 20 inches here. So when I was starting out to sketch, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I wasn't sure where I wanted to go with it, and I didn't have an idea, so I was just kind of just sketching just to sketch. At first I thought I was going to do like a cyberpunk thing where like I was going to have no wheels, and it was just going to have like round things that look like wheels, but really is some sort of like hovercraft propulsional type of thing. Yeah, so my aero for the RX-7 is very heavily inspired by like Formula One and Super GT cars. Super wide body, super wide aero. And this is when I started to bring up the reference of Hans of the Veilside RX-7 that was used in Fast and the Furious 3. When I sketch, I like to do the first pass in red and just, kind of get a general idea of what I'm trying to do. And then Once I get what I like, I would convert the red lines into a black line, and then I'll lower the opacity, and then I'll do a new layer and I'll sketch in that layer at 100% opacity. So that way you can still see the design and you could kind of just trace your own sketches. Yeah, after that, I put black for the tires and lowered down to 50%, and then I colored the rims in. So what I'm doing here is I'm blocking out the solid colors first. I'm blocking out the body color and I'm blocking out the black graphic. So now you can see that I'm putting in the highlights, and it's all on one layer. It's basically just one layer at 20 to 30%, and I don't even do a fade on like the top highlights, but I do it for like the main highlight that's going across the whole body. So it's supposed to represent like the horizon, and that's why designers do that. So now I'm going in, I'm airbrushing some of the shadows in just to get a quick feel. Then also I put in, like, you can see the interior a little bit. All I did was, you can see I'm doing like a new layer, and I color where I think the steering wheel is, and then where the seat is, and then I lower the opacity down to 10%. Yeah, so this sketch it's not my normal sketching. It's just a simple side view sketch where I just wanted to get the feel of it, and I think I'm really happy with this sketch. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take this sketch and I'm going to translate it into 3/4 view, and that will be the next episode. Alright guys, thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. If you guys want to post any sketches into my Discord, the link is in the description. I check it there daily, or you can hit me up on Instagram. If you guys sub on my Patreon page, you guys will get to pick one file from any of the sketches that I do. So that's one Procreate file with all the layers and all the settings and everything, and you guys can watch the video and dissect it as you're watching it and learn from it. Just in case you guys didn't know, I'm doing this full time now. I'm going to try to provide you guys with the best educational content I can provide. I'm going to aim for launching one video, or maybe even 4 videos per week, and maybe even short little snippets of like design advice every single day, which will be provided on my Instagram. So thank you for watching, and you guys have a good one, and I'll see you guys next time.